guys, welcome back to another video. We're back in the shed and we've got some good news. We've purchased some wheels, so they're 17 by 9s. We've done more jobs since the last time we've videoed, just done a few off camera jobs. We've got a new fuel pressure regulator here. We ended up getting a Tomy fuel pressure reg, as apparently the last one we had was no good, and we've plumbed it up correctly, so it's all on the return back to the fuel tank. Apparently we had it wrong, but the drawing we had, we kind of thought we did it to that, but that's all good. We've just been sorting out or tidying up a few areas. We've moved our oil cooler here, you can see, mounting our GTR grill looking, and we've ripped heaps of blue jobs off our window. So we've got probably not really much to do, but we've just small jobs, like got to get longer hoses for this catch can so we can run it to a safer place. This car's going to be going to see Mike, we're hoping next weekend, so he can sort out our wiring, just change a few plugs over and wiring our external fuel pump. And yeah, the ECU I think needs a plug or something down by there. And then we've just got we've got the harnesses, I need to cut up some 50 by 50s. All our brakes, all our hydros, all good now. Our windows in. We're gonna hopefully sort some extended bottom A-arms, I think they're called, for our keto steering setup. Otherwise, one's already done, but the other one is I might have to do, which can do. I've got spare ones, so I'll just do it on the run kind of thing and swap it out when we can. But yeah, we've also dropped the car on the ground. Sitting a bit higher than I thought it would have, but it used to have a big body kit on it, so that's probably why. So yeah, we've got a bit of room, we can slam it if we want, but for the dyno we'll just leave it at this height because it's easier putting on and off the dyno. Once it's done that, we can set our heights where we want it, do a bit of a wheel alignment, and yeah, it's looking good.
So a bit of the finishing touches now before it heads off to diesel and turbocharger services, New Plymouth, for its wire up like Ruben was talking about. So just trying to get the loom in a place where it's going to run okay and not flap around, because now we've got the intercooler, the oil cooler and the radiator all with fins that we don't want damage on. So just trying to tidy it up where it's not going to rattle around, because you guys know, watching this channel, what track cars go through, they take a hiding. So I don't want stuff flapping in and damaging our cooling system, or especially our oil system. So just trying to route it decently to keep that safe. I've got a bug flying around my face trying to land on my nose anyway. So like Ruben mentioned, just really at the finishing touches now. We'll try and get happy with what we've got here tonight. We're going to put some more tubing on the wastegate and spin it the way we need it now, because we've got the exhaust installed. So we're not going to run a full exhaust by any means. I think it only goes to maybe the feet of the passenger, so sound pretty cool from inside the passenger in the cabin. Whether it's too loud or not, we'll find out, but who cares. So we'll just be able to spin that V-band 50mm wastegate and decide where we're going to run that straight out to atmosphere, because we're not going to be putting that back into the exhaust, because it doesn't really have an exhaust as such. It's just got a 3-inch for about a metre, and that's it. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll try and get the bonnet on and getting this car looking a bit more complete.
So I've just fitted up these shoulder straps for our harnesses. I might have to adjust them a bit to get them in the right length and that, but I've got to mount all these bottom ones here. So they've got these eye bolts here, so I've got to drill holes and get some plates or washers. Might get them next Friday and do those. But yeah, I've just mounted these shoulder straps to the back of the harness roll bar here. cheers to Mr. Pete Drever for telling me the best way to do those. Come up pretty good. And then all the overhang you just roll up like that. Just got to do the other side now, and then yeah, we'll hopefully have harnesses mounted soon. So I've just picked up this 4.3 lock diff non-Hicus off our good mate Pete. He's let us borrow it, and hopefully we won't break it, but if we do, you just have to buy it, eh? Cheers Pete. I'll leave some details, check his new Insta page on his build out. He's building a new engine for his S13 drift car, and it's going to be pretty psycho. But yeah, so just gotta do those other harnesses on the other side, and she'll be looking pretty good. Also took the boost gauge out of my ute I had, and I'm gonna plumb all that up too. So with boost and water temp gauges, I'll probably end up making a nice panel in here, put the gauges in. I reckon they look average sitting on a dash like that, so we'll do that. Another job. We'll also pull this back cover off here and just inspect the inside. We know it's locked because it rotates forward and back on both hubs there. But yeah, we just want to check all the internals and give it a fresh oil. And yeah, we'll chuck it in probably after we get it back from the wire up from Mike. Sorry about the shit lighting in the background. I've fitted up these other harnesses on the passenger side now. I just got to adjust them a bit better, but come up all good. The other side's all done. And I've also done this. Mounted up the ECU down in the footwell there. That's where the factory ECU goes anyway, but yeah, just a bit of cabling to tidy up down there. Last sort of tidy up jobs, move some of that wiring down there.